Hi everyone, I'm Sean. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I chat about the lunar eclipse this month. Depending on where you live, it will be around the 14th of March, but you'll feel it for 6 months or so. For me, lunar eclipses tend to be more emotional, while solar eclipses tend to be more external. Before we dive into how this lunar eclipse in Virgo will shake up your world, let's break down what a lunar eclipse actually does, because this isn't just your average full moon. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth casts its shadow on the moon, blocking its light and triggering emotional revelations, endings and breakthroughs. It's a time of culmination, clarity, and release. Unlike a solar eclipse, which brings external changes and new beginnings, a lunar eclipse is internal. It exposes what has been hidden and forces us to confront what we've been avoiding. This eclipse most strongly affects those with personal planets or points at 19 to 29 degrees of the mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. If that's you, buckle up. Lunar eclipses are about relationships, polarities, and seeing what's been hidden. Since this eclipse falls along the Virgo-Pisces axis, we're dealing with a cosmic tug-of-war between Virgo and Pisces. Let me try to explain this. Virgo is practical. It wants to clean up the mess and fix problems with logic and structure. Pisces is visionary. It feels, intuits, and trusts the big picture without worrying about the details. So in my mind, we have a bit of a tug-of-war between these two themes. This full moon eclipse in Virgo forces us to acknowledge where we've been too rigid or too chaotic. Are you over-controlling your life to the point of burnout? Or are you avoiding reality, hoping things will magically fix themselves? This is an eyes-wide-open moment for all things related to work, health, habits, routines, and emotional well-being. Expect sudden clarity about what needs to change in your daily life. What emotional baggage have you been carrying that's ready to be released? Since this is a penumbral eclipse, the changes may be subtle at first, but they'll grow over the next 6 months. Let's look at each sign. Hi Aries. This eclipse is falling in your 6th house. The 6th house represents service, both in terms of work and personal life. It shows how you serve others, whether through a job, volunteer work, or helping friends and family. Are you actually doing what you love every day, or are you stuck in a routine that doesn't reflect your true self? Been running on autopilot? Time for a reset. This can also be a good time to think about exercise routines. Basically, your work-life balance could get a major upgrade. Taurus, it's time to loosen up and have some fun. This lunar eclipse in your 5th house of creativity, romance, and joy is a cosmic wake-up call to stop taking life so seriously. Have you been so focused on responsibilities that you've forgotten how to enjoy yourself? This eclipse urges you to reconnect with your playful, artistic side, whether that means embracing hobbies, expressing yourself without fear of judgment, or letting go of rigid expectations in love. If you're stuck in a creative rut, try shifting your perspective. Maybe it's not about working harder, but working smarter. This is also a turning point in relationships. You might realize a casual romance needs more depth, or that it's time to stop forcing something that isn't bringing you joy. Let go of perfectionism and embrace the messy, fun side of life. Your inner child will thank you. Gemini, this lunar eclipse in your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations is pulling you back to your roots. Have you been so busy chasing ideas and social connections that you've neglected what truly makes you feel safe and grounded? This eclipse could bring major revelations about your living situation, family dynamics, or past emotional patterns. You might feel an urge to declutter your space, reconnect with loved ones, or even face unresolved family issues that have been simmering beneath the surface. For some, this is a pivotal moment of emotional healing, while for others, it's a push to create a home environment that truly nourishes them. If you've been avoiding certain truths about your past, this eclipse will shine a spotlight on what needs closure, so you can move forward feeling lighter, freer, and more at peace. Cancer, this lunar eclipse in your 3rd house of communication, learning, and mindset is pushing you to speak your truth and think differently. Have you been holding back from expressing yourself? This eclipse challenges the way you communicate, listen, and process information, whether that's in your daily interactions, relationships, or even self-talk. If you've been stuck in outdated thought patterns or avoiding difficult conversations, expect big revelations that force you to be more direct and honest. You might also experience shifts related to siblings, neighbors, or your local environment. This is a powerful moment to refine how you share your ideas, whether through writing, speaking, or social connections. Just remember, words have power, and this eclipse reminds you that how you say something is just as important as what you say. Leo, this lunar eclipse in your second house of money, self-worth, and stability is a wake-up call about your finances and values. Have you been spending impulsively, or are you clinging too tightly to security out of fear? This eclipse shines a spotlight on your relationship with money, material possessions, and confidence, because the way you handle your resources is often a reflection of how you see yourself. If financial habits need adjusting, now's the time to get real about budgeting, saving, or earning in a way that aligns with your true worth. Beyond finances, this eclipse asks, are you valuing yourself enough? If you've been settling for less, whether in career, relationships, or personal goals, this is the cosmic push you need to step up, own your talents, and demand what you deserve. Money flows where confidence grows, Leo, so believe in your worth and the rest will follow. Virgo, this is your eclipse and it's all about you. Landing in your first house of identity, self-image, and personal direction, this lunar eclipse is a powerful reset moment, a time to shed old versions of yourself and step into who you're truly meant to be. Have you been prioritizing others over your own needs? Have you been stuck in cycles of perfectionism, waiting for the right time to take action? The time is now. This eclipse urges you to redefine your self-worth, refresh your goals, and embrace a more authentic, confident you. Whether it's a physical glow-up, a major life decision, or an inner shift in how you see yourself, something is changing, and it's big. Let go of old doubts, trust your instincts, and step forward with clarity and purpose, because this next chapter is all about you. Libra, this lunar eclipse in your 12th house of the subconscious, spirituality, and endings is calling you inward. This isn't about external changes, it's about what's happening beneath the surface. Have you been ignoring your intuition, running from your emotions? This eclipse is a powerful moment of self-discovery, urging you to slow down, reflect, and release what no longer serves you. Old fears, past wounds, or subconscious patterns may rise to the surface, not to haunt you, but to be healed. It's time to let go of emotional baggage, forgive yourself, and trust that rest and reflection are just as valuable as action. You might feel drawn to spiritual practices, therapy, or deep introspection. Follow that urge. This is a time for renewal, preparing you for a fresh start in the months ahead. Don't rush this process. Transformation begins in the quiet moments. Scorpio, this lunar eclipse in your 11th house of friendships, social circles, and future goals is bringing big revelations about the people you surround yourself with. Have you outgrown certain friendships? Are the people in your life truly aligned with your values and aspirations? This eclipse could bring unexpected shifts in your social sphere, either by revealing hidden truths about certain connections or pushing you to seek out a more supportive and inspiring community. You might also find yourself rethinking your long-term goals and dreams. Are they still what you want, or have your priorities changed? If a vision for the future no longer excites you, it's time to realign. Some friendships may end, but trust that the universe is clearing space for new connections and opportunities that truly match your growth. Let go of what feels forced and lean into the relationships and dreams that ignite your passion. Sagittarius, this lunar eclipse in your 10th house of career, reputation, and life direction is a major turning point in your professional path. Have you been climbing a ladder that no longer leads where you want to go? This eclipse forces you to reevaluate your ambitions, goals, and public image, because something big is shifting. You might achieve long-awaited recognition, step into a leadership role, or decide it's time to pivot towards something more fulfilling. If you've been undervaluing your skills, the universe is nudging you to take yourself seriously, because success comes when you believe in yourself. Expect revelations about your purpose, authority figures, or how you present yourself to the world. If something isn't aligned, this eclipse will make it impossible to ignore. Trust that any career changes now are setting you up for long-term success, but only if you're willing to embrace the evolution. Capricorn, this lunar eclipse in your 9th house of travel, higher learning, and beliefs is pushing you to broaden your horizons, mentally, spiritually, or even physically. Have you been stuck in a rigid way of thinking, holding on to a belief system that no longer aligns with who you're becoming? This eclipse urges you to break free from limiting perspectives, and explore new possibilities. You might feel the urge to travel, go back to school, dive into a spiritual practice, or completely shift your worldview. If you've been playing it safe, this is the cosmic nudge you need to take a leap of faith. It's also a powerful moment to ask yourself, are you living with meaning or just going through the motions? The answers may surprise you. Embrace the adventure, because the best opportunities often come when you step outside your comfort zone. Aquarius, this lunar eclipse in your 8th house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources, is shaking things up beneath the surface. This isn't just a shift, it's a rebirth. Have you been resisting vulnerability, avoiding emotional depth? This eclipse forces you to confront fears, release control, and embrace change. It could bring financial revelations related to debts, investments, inheritances, or shared money, urging you to get clear on where your energy and resources are going. On a deeper level, you're being called to let go of old emotional wounds, toxic attachments, and anything that keeps you from fully trusting yourself and others. Change can feel uncomfortable, but what's ending now is making space for something more powerful and aligned. The more you surrender to transformation, the more you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more in control of your destiny. Let go, trust the process, and watch yourself rise. Pisces, this lunar eclipse in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and commitments is bringing clarity to your connections. Have you been giving too much without receiving enough in return? Or have you been holding back when it comes to deep, meaningful relationships? This eclipse shines a spotlight on imbalances in your partnerships, whether romantic, business, or platonic, and asks you to reassess who truly deserves a place in your life. Some relationships may evolve, deepen, or even come to an end, but trust that whatever happens now is aligning you with what's meant for you. If you've been avoiding a necessary conversation, the truth will come out, ready or not. This is also a powerful moment to redefine what partnership means to you. Are you looking for something deeper, more stable, more authentic? The universe is clearing space for connections that truly support your growth. It's time to choose relationships that choose you back.